Zhang Ling stood backstage, the hum of the massive live stream set vibrating through the floorboards as thousands of virtual gifts flooded the screen in real time. The air was thick with the electric anticipation of millions of fans tuning in from across the globe, all eager to catch a glimpse of their favorite stars during this high-profile entertainment gala. Beside him, Lu Yuning adjusted his collar, his sharp eyes occasionally scanning the production monitors that displayed the climbing viewer metrics and the chaotic cascade of fan comments rushing past like a digital waterfall. The atmosphere backstage was usually a blend of polite industry small talk and quiet nerves, but tonight felt distinctly different, charged with an unpredictable energy that everyone could sense. Zhang Ling casually glanced down at his phone, his thumb lazily scrolling through the live chat log to read the unfiltered thoughts of the audience members who were flooding the broadcast with questions and heart emojis. Among the sea of adoring fan messages, one particular comment caught his attention instantly, making his expression shift from relaxed amusement to a sudden, striking stillness. It was a bold, cheeky remark referencing Tian Xiwei, his frequent collaborator and a powerhouse actress known for her bubbly personality and razor-sharp wit, playfully teasing him about a recent behind-the-scenes mishap on their latest drama set. Without thinking twice or filtering his response through the usual cautious media training, a soft chuckle escaped his lips as he read it aloud to the room, completely unaware of the microphone hovering just inches away. The words echoed clearly across the live audio feed, plunging the entire backstage area into an abrupt, stunned silence that felt heavy enough to shatter. Lu Yuning froze mid-sentence, his head whipping around so fast to look at Zhang Ling that his expression morphed into a mixture of absolute disbelief and suppressed shock. Other nearby celebrities, who had been laughing amongst themselves just moments prior, suddenly stopped dead in their tracks, turning their heads in unison toward the source of the unexpected commotion. The producer off-camera made a frantic cutting motion with his hand, his eyes wide with panic as he realized the comment had just been broadcast to an audience of millions without any filter or warning. Zhang Ling blinked, slowly lifting his head from his phone screen only to find every single eye in the green room locked directly onto him with intense curiosity and astonishment. The sheer weight of the implication hanging in the air made the room feel smaller, as the boundaries between their private industry banter and public personas blurred completely in a single careless second. Lu Yuning was the first to break the frozen tableau, letting out a sharp, incredulous breath that bordered on a nervous laugh before covering his mouth with his hand to hide a knowing smirk. The other actors in the room exchanged wide-eyed, knowing glances, silently whispering among themselves as they tried to decode the exact subtext behind Zhang Linghe's shockingly unfiltered public acknowledgement. Back in the main control room, frantic technicians scrambled to manage the sudden spike in traffic, watching in real time as the comment section exploded into total pandemonium with millions of fans dissecting every single syllable. Social media platforms outside the studio were already beginning to catch fire, with screen recordings of the live broadcast being clipped, shared, and analyzed by millions of netizens within a matter of seconds. Zhang Ling quickly realized the magnitude of what had just slipped out, a faint flush rising up his neck as he offered an apologetic, sheepish half-smile to the stunned crew members standing around him. Lu Yuning walked over, throwing a heavy arm around Zhang Linghe's shoulders with a theatrical sigh, playfully shaking his head at the absolute chaos his younger colleague had unintentionally unleashed upon the internet. "You really live on the edge, don't you?" Lu Yuning muttered under his breath, a mixture of amusement and genuine astonishment dancing in his eyes as he watched the monitor display the unprecedented surge in viewer engagement. The gravity of the moment settled back over the room as the stage manager shouted a 5-minute warning for their upcoming segment, forcing everyone to snap back to professional reality despite the lingering shock. Zhang Ling took a deep breath, pocketing his phone with a resolute nod, knowing full well that his peaceful evening had just taken a massive, irreversible turn in the spotlight. As they walked out onto the dazzlingly bright stage under the blinding glare of the studio lights, the collective roar of the live audience washed over them like a tidal wave, carrying whispers of the viral incident already reaching the venue. The other celebrities on stage shot knowing looks in Zhang Linghe's direction, keeping their distance as if he were carrying a ticking time bomb of pure entertainment gossip. Tian Xiwei, who was scheduled to appear in a later segment, was undoubtedly being flooded with frantic messages from her own management team and friends about the unexpected shoutout that had just dominated the internet. The sheer cultural impact of Zhang Linghe's off-the-cuff remark was already reshaping the night's trending topics, solidifying its place as one of the most talked-about live stream moments in recent entertainment history. Sitting back down at the guest panel, Zhang Ling tried to maintain his composure, flashing his trademark charming smile for the cameras while his mind raced with thoughts of how he was going to address the inevitable media storm waiting for him backstage. Lu Yuning, seated just a few chairs away, couldn't resist throwing one more teasing glance his way, silently mouthing a warning that made Zhang Ling roll his eyes in playful exasperation. The hosts of the gala scrambled behind the scenes to adjust their cue cards, hastily writing down impromptu questions regarding the viral comment to capitalize on the massive wave of public interest currently dominating the broadcast. It was a rare, authentic slip-up in an industry meticulously managed by public relations teams, making the fans love the raw humanity of the interaction even more. By the time the first commercial break hit, the hashtags associated with Zhang Ling, Tian Xiwei, and Lu Yuning had already claimed the top spots on multiple global trending lists, breaking engagement records across every major platform. Crew members crowded around their phones during the short break, whispering excitedly about the sheer velocity at which the clip was spreading across cyberspace like wildfire. Zhang Ling took a sip of water, feeling the cool liquid soothe his dry throat as he prepared himself for the mountain of notifications that were surely crashing his personal devices at that very moment. Lu Yuning chuckled softly, patting Zhang Ling on the back once more and remarking that he should probably start preparing his official explanation speech for his agency first thing in the morning. The remainder of the gala proceeded with an underlying current of palpable excitement, every single attendee acutely aware of the digital earthquake that had just occurred right before their eyes. Cameras constantly tracked Zhang Linghe's every move, desperate to capture any subtle shift in his expression that might hint at a deeper connection or a hidden story behind the infamous comment. When the event finally drew to a close and the final credits rolled across the screen, the backstage area instantly erupted into a flurry of activity as managers, stylists, and assistants rushed toward their respective clients with urgent expressions. Zhang Linghe's manager marched straight toward him with a tablet in hand, wearing a look of sheer disbelief mixed with resignation at the unstoppable viral hurricane they now had to navigate. Lu Yuning offered a sympathetic wave as he headed toward his own waiting transport vehicle, shouting a cheerful farewell over the noise of the bustling production crew while flashing a thumbs up. Left alone in his dressing room with his team, Zhang Ling finally sank into the velvet couch, staring at the glowing screen of his device as the true scale of the internet's reaction began to sink in. Every major entertainment outlet was already running breaking news articles analyzing the hidden meanings, the body language of Lu Yuning, and the stunning public reaction that left the entire room speechless. It was clear that this single unscripted moment would dominate entertainment headlines for weeks to come, shifting public narratives and sparking endless fan theories across every digital community. As the quiet of the night finally settled over the studio complex, Zhang Ling locked his phone screen and let out a long, contemplative sigh, realizing that some secrets simply cannot stay hidden when the chemistry is too strong to ignore. The unexpected slip had opened a door that could never be closed again, forever changing the dynamic between him, Tian Xiwei, and the watchful eyes of the entire entertainment world.